Vastu is the ancient Indian science of architecture, the art of placement, the art of energy flow. My wife first contacted Rewa Kumar for our home, and seeing the results in my home, I thought it would be appropriate to have her come in and take a look at my business to see if I can take my business to the next level. She came in, she had me make some changes in my office, and I saw profound effects from that. I saw the energy flow and comfort zone of my office greatly increase. I saw that my clients were coming in and being very comfortable as I worked with them. Rewa and Vastu have greatly improved my family and business life.
We already know taking care of mind and body is very important. Same way, giving attention to your living and workspace can create incredible change in your life.
To learn more information or to schedule a consultation, call or go online today.
Community, which is relevant in today's day and age. And as we get information and as the knowledge is shared by the guest here in the Discussion Point show, which is very helpful and very valuable for all of us, for our listeners and the viewers, and for all of us as we get to learn something from each and every one of them. So as we begin today's show, the topic is building business online. Everything is online right now, and radio is not immune to it. Radio is also online. So building business online and how it has started and how it's really, really shaping up and is becoming very, very successful. So in this show, you're going to meet and hear the success stories of the entrepreneurs who are joining us. Mr. Muhammad Farooqi is the managing director for dailyfreshgrocery.com and Print Early. And as he has made a very big name in the print business, Print Early, and then early stage when he started to get into the business. Print Early is a very common name among businesses in New York, New Jersey, and outside New York, New Jersey as well for the printing signs, banners, and everything. And he has expanded in the first to provide online fresh grocery delivery services all over US. And then the next individual joining us, who is the Vastu Shastra expert and a consultant with over 35 years of experience, having a doctorate degree in Vastu, Dr. Rewa Kumar, Divine Vastu, and also worldofdivinevastu.com. She's joining us as well. And then the next individual, who is a highly educated individual, owns Intel Finance, and she's the principal of Intel Finance. And then the other gentleman who is also very successful entrepreneur and a very intelligent entrepreneur and strong in the numbers, and he owns RateBeat Mortgage. So these are the individuals joining us right now on a Discussion Point Radio Zingi. I'd like to begin with Muhammad Farooqi. Good morning, good afternoon. When I say good morning, it's going out to all the West Coast listeners, and good afternoon to here. So Farooqi, bye. Welcome to the show and welcome to Radio Zindagi.
Good morning and good afternoon to everyone who is in whatever part of the world, which is yes. East Coast and West Coast. Thank you so much for your kind words, Sanjeev Bhai. It's a pleasure to be with you here and to know all the beautiful and smart people right here in front of us. You know.
Yes.
My name is Mohammed Farooqi. As you have already given the introduction, I started my business in 2009. And we started as a designing creative agency, and slowly and eventually we ventured into printing. And printing is where we pretty much, we have a very strong foothold in New York, New Jersey, and nationwide. We were the printing sponsors for IFA that happened in 2017. We have been part of every other major show. So I know Sunil Bhai since then. We currently own around 300 domains, which are all live and active. We have a very strong footprint on online. It's been a phenomenal journey. We have seen all the ups and downs, and now since the Corona started, we got into grocery business, which is again delivering fresh groceries daily in New York, New Jersey, and we are also shipping groceries nationwide.
Nice.
At $99, you get free shipping nationwide. So this is what I'm all about.
Nice, very good. The reason your company's name was Print Early, because I know that you used to print early. Whatever the timeline was, you used to print it right before the time was given. So that's why it was named Print Early.
Print early. Orders came in late, but we printed them early.
All right, that's good. I can definitely relate to that. Let's go to Minil Sinha. Minil, welcome to the discussion point. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning, Radio Zindagi. I always wanted to say that, so now is my chance to say that. Sanjeev,
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of yours. I follow this show, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
I'm in Dallas,
Hmm.
and like you said,
Dallas.
Intel Finance is
Dallas,
my
Texas.
company.
Yes,
Yes, Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
And I've been doing in business and financial industry for 2 years now, and I have partners who have 20 plus years of experience. It's a great field to be in right now, because when the world is uncertain around you, we do offer certainty. We do offer some kind of guarantee that people are looking for. So I'm excited to be in this financial industry, and looking forward to to this discussion and getting to know everyone here.
Look, very nice. Good to have you, Minal, and looking forward to hear some valuable tips and the thoughts from you for our listeners of Radio Zindagi. And then let's welcome Mr. Nirmal Man. Nirmal ji, welcome to the show, known for bringing best deals and the daily tips, and very, very strong in marketing. You are a strong believer in marketing. And of course, our topic, building business online, will definitely have some solid input from you. I believe your mic is off, Nirmal bhai. Not able to hear you, sir, for some reason. Not yet. I see you're holding a phone, but keep going. Let's see if I'm able to hear you. Are you able to hear me? Just nod your head if you're able. Oh, you're able to hear me, but somehow it's not, the audio is not coming from your end. Maybe you want to reconnect it and try to re-log in, because I know your mic is on from our end or host's end. You're not mute from our end. 100% you're not mute. So hopefully we'll have him. And Dr. Rewa Kumar, I think she was with us, and apparently because of a bad connection, she lost the connection, and then she's trying to log in. So we're waiting for Dr. Rewa Kumar to join in, and she was with us before the show. We interacted and it was all fine, and all of a sudden she lost the connection. But while we are waiting for Nirmal Man and Dr. Rewa Kumar to join in, let's begin with you, Meenal, from Dallas, Texas. How are the things finally in Texas when it comes to this pandemic? All the news stories and reports that we hear, it's kind of disturbing.
It is. We were okay 3 months back, but things have started escalating at our end, and I just hope that we'll be able to control it soon.
I hope so too. All right, so now let's talk about you. Intel Finance. What exactly is Intel Finance, and how much are you relying of that your business online? So let's just hear from you.
Sure. So Sanjeev ji, when we came to this country, most of us came as first generation immigrants, and we always struggle with issues here. I mean, was it 401k, 529? We didn't know what to do, how to go about it, and still we don't know. We are still swimming, drowning, figuring out our ways. So I always give a lot of credit, a lot of kudos to first generation immigrants. It took us a lot of guts to be here and make our name. We all know that we came with 2 suitcases here. So as I'm a numbers person, I'm always into what is your ROI? How can I help you build a better financial future for yourself and your family? So the thing is that in our community, mostly, people are they would go to a party, get drunk, and then ask, "Oh, what are you doing for your retirement?" And somebody will say, "We are buying a house," and all of us will buy a house. It's a herd mentality. So there's a time when it comes when you have to step up and educate yourself. If you're around 40, 45, 50, your retirement is down the line, and you don't plan your retirement at 65. You plan it way ahead in time. So that's where we help people to figure out this maze of financial field that's out there. And you have to somehow figure it out for yourself, and we help you in that process. So that's what Intel Finance does. And talking about our journey from presenting, doing webinars in swanky hotels, to restricted to this 14-inch laptop that is literally the windows to the world for us right now. It was quite a journey. It was quite a journey because financial world is always dependent on those one-on-one trainings and consultancy and behind closed doors. It's pretty much like that. And now coming to online, transferring all our transactions, our trainings online, it has been a challenge. And as we go through the discussion, I'll tell you how we evolved and what was the journey like for all of us.
Absolutely. Looking forward to. I already have a few questions based upon what you just mentioned. So we'll definitely have a very good interaction regarding that. Mohammed Bhai, you tell us, print early business, that's a different business. Online, people send you online the files and you print them out. But now you're part of daily groceries, daily fresh groceries, and you ship it all over the US. Was it in the plan for you to start before this pandemic, or it came to your mind right at the start of the pandemic, and that's when you started the business?
No, actually, in 2014, we were already selling groceries online with the same name, Daily Fresh Groceries. We were selling a lot on Amazon and other platforms as well. And at that point, we did continue for a year. And then I realized that this business is penny business. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there is a lot of hard work. You have to sweat yourself to make that penny. Because it's a volume business, and in volume business, you don't make hundreds of each client. You make in singles and double digits. So I kind of didn't pursue it that seriously. So it was on the back burner because we were more busy with printing side, and that's where our focus was. That's our main forte was. We were diversifying within printing. We were doing displays, we were doing backdrops and stuff like that. So we were more focused and more, towards the printing. But then all of a sudden, March came in and there was a sudden stop for everything. And that's when I realized, wow, people are hoarding groceries like this is the end of the world. And that's when the whole idea of, again, revamping Daily Fresh Groceries kicked in. And since we already had the platform, we already had the websites and the domain and everything ready, it didn't take us much time. It just, I think it was the quickest when you look at it. March 15th was the shutdown, and April 18th, we were up and running with new inventory. The website was up, but prior to that, around April 6th, to be precise, we had already started taking orders through email. And it was, crazy time, and the response was crazy as well. We couldn't handle that's how many orders we started getting in.
Interesting. So you were one of the early ones to set the infrastructure in the beginning. The last couple of years, you had the infrastructure already set up, and this pandemic happened. So it was basically, blessing in disguise for you, because you already had everything set up, and all you had to do is that put remaining pieces together, so that way you can start shipping out groceries to anyone in the US. That worked out well. But we'll go into the marketing and the promotion of it in just a little while. And now I see that Nirmalji has joined in. Nirmalji, finally, let's say that if you're able to hear us.
Yeah, I was actually able to hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good.
Sorry about the technical glitch. My apologies. Really.
Not a problem. But good to have you. Thank you. Welcome.
So,
Hi.
no, thank you all. And so I'm really pleased to be with a wonderful panel. I'll say, success is more of a journey than a destination. Probably most of our listeners may not know that we have another company which is very successful, running for last 10 years, which is URA Debt Solutions, and which primarily works with debt consolidation in US, Canada. Recently, we also started in Australia. And now we also do this mortgages in 4 different states. I think every day is their day to learn. And I believe right now with this pandemic and this current situation, things actually really evolve. Specifically the customer base who always want to come and see and feel and touch us, they have moved away from that and probably okay right now to work on the phones and the emails and particularly if you talk about RateBeat, you can go to our website, check the rates, fully apply online. It's 98% of the solution is provided online. So things actually, I think, going to evolve during the coming times that everybody's, I think at least the things were online, but I believe now we are getting comfortable providing the solution online.
Okay, interesting. Good to know. All right, I believe Rewaji has finally able to join in. Dr. Rewa Kumar, Vastu Shastra expert and consultant. Rewaji, namaskar, welcome to the show.
Namaskar, Sanjeev, and to all my friends who were with us, Nirmal ji, Minal ji, and Mr. Faruqi. Welcome to all of you. And first of all, I would like to thankful to all around, the special thanks to our Radio Zindagi team, Sanjeev and Sunil ji, to give me opportunity to be with me online. Yes, and I'm California based, and Rewa Kumar, and I'm especially work on the Vastu all around the world. But today when I get this opportunity to be part of this debate, and I'm really thankful for this. Yes, working on online, Sanjeev, this is totally different, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, yes, it's very different, and enjoying it is a key word that you mentioned, Rewaji, because adjusting is also another word online, because both the sellers and the buyers, both parties have to adjust themselves into this process. What differentiates sellers today is their ability to bring fresh ideas. And when you bring fresh ideas, obviously you want to put them online, because online gives you perhaps maximum reach than having an office in a certain part of the state or country or the world. And the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So nowadays you hear all the reports and everything, because in many states malls were closed and malls are semi-open, not open, and everything is just going online. So today's our topic is building business online. But is it all good, or are there any cons to it also? The benefits are there, but are there any cons to it? And how are you all adjusting into it? That's what we're going to find out. Let me go to Nirmal Man for a minute, and RateBeat mortgage that you have, and then you just mentioned that you can go on a website and you can get the rates for the mortgages, and then easily you can apply for it, right? Question comes to my mind. Do you do residential and commercial mortgages both?
That's correct. But right now, the business, we are extremely busy with the refinance. The rates are extremely low. We haven't seen, I think anyone in our lifetime have seen these kind of rates. I mean, we're talking about 15 years as low as 2.25. So, everybody is trying to refinance. Even the people who have a lot of commercial properties, they are not focusing on the commercial properties right now. They want to get the homes and the investment properties done right now. So we are extremely busy with that. So yes, we do both, but at this point, our focus is primarily on the residential mortgages.
On the residential, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But my question to you is that what's going to happen to the commercial properties if everybody starts going online? You're going to have a huge inventory of commercial spaces open, for rent, open to lease and everything. What's going to happen? Because many companies are allowing their employees to work from home also.
Exactly. This is very interesting time right now. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's
that is the
very
power of Radio Zindagi. As soon as they found out that you're part of Rate Mortgage, they wanted to contact you for good mortgage rates.
exact. Yeah. So I think this is the right now that it's very difficult to really predict right now. I think most of the businesses are going out of businesses or probably moving online and moving away. I mean, talk about the restaurants. You know, they need a lot of spaces now. Even the small hole in the wall. They're running these restaurants or the pizza shops. You know, from very remote locations. They've been very successful because everybody's ordering online. And even these mortgages, even the residential mortgages, there's because you know all the mortgage-backed security has been bought by the government, so we don't even know what's going to happen after election. I think they can superficially hold the economy until the election happens. So no matter which way this election goes, but after elections, the time's going to be interesting. Economy is doing great, but it is from the surface. Like for example, right pre-COVID, this is the data actually I got from the Bank of America. There's about 1 million defaults and only about 200,000 foreclosures. Now there's over 5 million defaults and less than 60,000 foreclosures. So government is not letting banks or any other financial institution to really foreclose on people's houses. And the market is looking great. There's no foreclosures. Their rates are low. People are buying more properties, which is, I'm talking about residential as well. And I think it is difficult to predict 6 months from now, a year from now, but I will suggest all of my listeners and viewers, be careful. The things are not as rosy as they look right now.
But certainly online is going to be the way for the future. Online business is going to keep building up and people are going to be basically, buying or consulting everything online going forward.
I mean, there are still certain businesses which probably I think we have to, Sanjeev, we have to really stick to the old school. I mean, and there's a generation, right, which is used to go to window shopping, and
yes,
I think at the end of the day, we still have to go to barbers. I don't think we can deliver the haircut online. So there are definitely certain businesses, probably they will be there. I don't know when and how much we can go online. And even if the online, it's going to be not overnight transition. It's probably like Mr. Faruqi is saying, this is a great step. Like, people are actually, in your tri-state area, definitely there are a lot of people are more, especially in New York City, always used to get groceries delivered to their houses. But now even in remote areas, and I'm from California, Los Angeles, and we never had the concept of, we want to go and touch and feel all that sabji we bought, but not anymore. I mean, this is okay because these are different times. So I think
so we have basically adjusted slowly adjusted into this online thing. Now let me go to Rewa ji. As you know, listeners, Rewa Kumar is the Vastu Shastra expert and consultant with over 35 years of experience, and she has helped thousands of individuals all over the world when it comes to Vastu for home, Vastu for business. Her website is worldofdivinevastu.com, and she's a very, very regular on the radios in the East Coast and the West Coast, giving out knowledge on a Vastu. Rewa ji, aap mujhe ye बताइए कि वास्तु कंसल्टेंट, basically you visit home and you visit their office properties and then you look at the directions and आप फिर उसके ऊपर से suggestion देते हो कि क्या है क्या नहीं. That's all वास्तु is all about. How is being online is helpful to you, and how are you adjusting into this?
Yes, Sanjeev. Online, if I'm doing, first of all, it is helping to to pursue my passion worldwide. I'm getting global access by this. And along with that, it is helping to increase my professionalism too. Because sometimes, that for Vastu, I have to visit property. And from one state to another state, or one country to another country, if I'm traveling. So for this, I have to spend lots of things. Not even me too, even to my clients also, if they're calling me. Yes, online it is really helping me because I can save my time, and even cost-wise also it is helping. Because nowadays it's easy clients are sending me their floor plans, I can go online and I can do FaceTime too with them. And spending 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour to just explain them, it is helping them too much. And they people are also satisfied. Not only myself I'm talking, because I'm getting lots of flexibility along with this. So what I think, if online, if I'm working, it is more beneficial to me along with my clients. Because if the Vastu service, I have to see floor plan. So in each and every floor plan, we can show him, we can draw in the picture. I can tell them easily, yes, this is what I want, this is what they want, and how we can rectify them easily. So it is nothing like this that every time I have to just putting things, my things on them. No. So it is very flexible and I can manage it easily along with them. So
Okay.
I think at this time, at this pandemic time, where we want to save everything, our time, money, everything. So I'm satisfied along with my clients.
Okay, that is really encouraging to know. Minal, you tell us, you are into finance and then you're giving online presentations to your clients. Is it really interesting? Because you talk about numbers. Now, the question I want to ask you is that numbers can sometimes get complicated when you go into much details. How have you noticed the attention span of your clients when you're giving numbers online? Because when you are presenting something in person in a hotel banquet room or in your office, that's a one thing. But explaining everything, your retirement planning online, can get a little tedious because person may look like a little lost or lose interest. So tell us about it. Then how are you adjusting into it?
Right. That's a very good question, Sanjeev ji. First of all, I want to thank Nirmal ji for his point that, we all in financial fraternity, we have realized that things are not as rosy as it looks. So thanks for bringing up that point, Nirmal ji. That was a great point to educate people on. Yes, presenting numbers is difficult. It's hard enough to do it in person. And I can tell you, Nirmal ji is a number guy. I can totally tell. He can rattling off percentages like, from his back pocket, right? So I meet all kind of people. There are people who are very financially or numerically savvy. They would be CPAs or they would be loan officers. So they get that, that passion for number and they understand it. But there are other folks who find it difficult to comprehend, because what we are selling is a complex financial product. We are talking about compound interest. We are talking about, when 50% costs you 100%. These are important financial concepts, and I have to get across that message. So it becomes difficult. So the way around it was then when I do Zoom presentations, sometimes I ask my client, how comfortable are you with numbers, and I have breakout rooms, and I would, I would just go to a room where people say that, oh, I find it difficult to understand. I would spend more time in that room and explain everything to them. I have a detailed video for all that. And, since it's online, I do send them videos as well that they can look and prep themselves before they come to the meeting. So they have basic understanding of what I'm going to talk about. So yes, it has its plus and minus. When we were working in person, there was no video happening. I was explaining it to them on the table. But now I do send them some links, some of my presentations, to understand the concepts early on, so we can, get the meeting going on.
Okay, so you prepare them ahead of the time and they get used to with it. Again, this is the adjusting process that we are talking about online. Faruqi bhai, मुझे ये बताइए, grocery store होता है, let's say for example 5,000 square feet of grocery stores has all fresh vegetables and sabzi and all these things, everything. Can you fit all of them online? And what are your challenges when you're building online grocery business? Obviously, listen, if this was no situation right now, pandemic, perhaps not too many people would be considering going online and buying groceries and have it delivered at their doorstep. But are you facing challenges in putting as many products possible continuously?
Sanjeev bhai, we are in a reset and reboot mode. What that means is, वो हम गाना याद होगा आपको, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, we will sing that and remember ki yaar wo bhi din the. Things are not going to be the same until and unless we have a vaccine, right? And shopping patterns have already changed. If you look at Instacart, for instance, they've had a jump of 400 to 500% in their order volume. They were not able to keep up. If you look up last quarter report, I mean this quarter report, there were the online not just grocery, but online businesses were up 68%. So when you look at all these dynamics, things are changing pretty fast. We have 3,000 plus products on the site as we speak, and we plan to go up to 15,000 of them, products that you can choose and buy online. And that's mainly focusing on South Asians, Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis. There are two different avenues how we plan to do that. One is local deliveries within New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, based on the volume. And then the other side of the story will be shipping nationwide, where people like Minal, she's sitting in Dallas, and if she has to drive 50 miles to go and buy some groceries, she would rather have it get delivered to her doorstep next day or in 2 days. So the shopping patterns are definitely going to change. We are spoiled brats because we live in New York and New Jersey and everything is so accessible. हम लोग इंडिया में नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी इंडिया में है, because so many options to choose from. We have Apna Bazaar, we have Patel, we have so many different supermarkets within the corner, my walkable distance. That's not the case for people who are in Midwest, people who are in Arkansas, people who are in Arizona, people. So there is always going to be a huge potential. Like Nirmal pointed out, the brick and mortar businesses will stay, but the dynamics will change. It's not going to be like, let's have some dinner. It's not going to be the same kind of confidence what we used to have 6 months ago because of the whole situation, unless and until we have a vaccination.
Very good. Okay. As we have almost reached a half point of the discussion point show, I just want to listeners know about the show Building Business Online. That is the topic in today's discussion point. And in case if you have just joined us, we thank you for tuning into Radio Zindagi. We are joined by Mr. Muhammad Farooqi, who is the managing director of daily-grocery.com, Dr. Rewa Kumar, Vastu Shastra expert and consultant, World of Divine Vastu.com, Ms. Minal Sinha, principal of Intel Finance, and then Mr. Nirmal Maan, president of Rate Beat Mortgage. And as we are trying to find out their views and suggestions and the reason for their success on online businesses, we're getting to know that how online business is now becoming common. Farooqi Bhai, what you just mentioned, I want to ask you a question. Let's say once this pandemic is over, once a vaccine is found and it's working and everything, could be a year or two, we don't know. Do you think that people will start going out to the grocery stores and online business will see a little bit of downward into it, or this will become perhaps normal for them in going forward?
Well, brick and mortar businesses, as I said, will stay. It's just that will you be what we have learned in the whole process, for an order of $100 or more, it takes at least 45 minutes. For let's say if you go with Bobby and let's say you go for shopping, you're spending good 30 minutes to go there to the store, 1 hour to pack what you have to shop for, and then come back. So in 2 hours, you're spending 2 hours just to go and come back and get groceries. Would you not prefer getting it delivered to your doorstep? And
yes, I would prefer, but again, Joe, the kind of fun and excitement have to go to the grocery store and literally look at the product and literally pick out the fresh subsies. out of झुंड में से अच्छे अच्छे सब्जी निकलना, चाहे वो okra हो, चाहे वो eggplant हो, or anything हो. It's also part of fun also going to the grocery, picking out those things.
Definitely, definitely.
And here I'm sure that you must be doing something to keep them as fresh as possible when you ship from door A to door B, no matter where that person is living. But let's see this how effective this online business is going to be. रेवा जी, मुझे ये बताइए कि right now you're enjoying your time staying at home and still helping our clients no matter where they are with the Vastu advice online, and you're happy because your traveling has cut down. Perhaps you can contact more and more of your clients, but going forward you would prefer this way, और आप वहीं पे visit करके properties देखना चाहोगे कि कैसी property है क्या नहीं?
Sanjeev, जैसे कि मैंने अभी कहा that in my profession, online business is amazing tool to save time and energy and money too. So yes, of course, at this in future also I would prefer कि अगर मैं online ही काम करूँ ज़्यादा अच्छा है, क्योंकि इसमें जैसे कि अभी बात कर रहे थे मिस्टर फारूक की भी, buyer and seller, the both consistent are most important. और in my work, so there is a no difference कि अगर मेरे से online वो consult करते हैं, because they are getting each and every guidance advice online too from me. Yes, that is sometimes it is different that the client says yes, they want my personal visit on their site. So on that time I have to visit and I would like to visit, because in my profession there is only one thing is totally different. Because if I visit on site, I can see outer structure properly, about their slope, shape, everything is most important and dependent on to get proper Vastu guidelines. So online, if sometimes say people it is not possible, they want me to personally there, I don't mind. But above this, yes, I prefer online consultation is better than if I go visit, because it is helpful to them also, they can save their money. If I'm traveling to another country, I have to commute time, everything, traveling charges हो जाता है, बहुत ज़्यादा headache भी कई बार हो जाता है. लेकिन online में है, they are getting everything from me, the proper I can advise them. But it depends on, I don't mind if in future I have to travel, I'm ready for that too also.
Okay, that's good. Nirmal ji, मुझे ये बताइए, being an online, fully fledged online business, is it really because of survival mode, or also is it because it gives you an opportunity to reach out to more and more people through online, because online पे promotion होती है, online पे you can reach out more clients. Is it really beneficiary to be online to reach out more people?
Very good, very interesting question, Sanjeev ji. I think I'm glad you brought it up. So to add what Meenal ji, Rewa ji, and Faruqi ji said, that it's not about our businesses, right? We want to be successful. We want to sell our services and products to people. But I think the one thing we should really focus on, and we all do focus on, is what exactly, how we're trying to solve this problem for our customers. Unki jo, I mean, in fear factor, in our different business, let's say for Faruqi saab, how, like you brought up a question, Sanjeev ji, ki, how do I make sure that meri sabji is fresh? And how do people really, when they call me, say, okay, I'm getting the best rate? That trust factor, when you are really looking in someone's eyes, sitting in the front of them, that leap of faith, isko kaise hum build kare? This is very important. I mean, this is, and more of so that how we can really bridge that gap. हम आज नहीं तो कल हमारे जो customers हैं, और जो हमारे instead of our customers, I think that probably those people who are looking for solution, how do we make them comfortable that we are the best solution? हम वो कैसे कर सकेंगे? That, I think, if we would have got a little more time, and probably if it has been a more of a evolutionary process than overnight करने पे, maybe we would have done better. Not that we're doing bad. I think we're doing phenomenal. This is great. This is a great opportunity. Sometimes you can only transition when you get these kind of unfortunate situations. These are the things we have to deal with. But I think if we can really understand, I think from the customer's perspective, like we are doing this panel of people who are providing solutions, that try to understand. I mean, we need to try to understand from our perspective, and we can brainstorm कि हमारे customers को क्या pain points हैं, how we can fix their problem, and end of the day, how can they trust us online on a video where it's just a picture and voice instead of a living human being. Of course, we are living, but they don't feel that unless they are there. They can hear us breathe. So ये चीज जो है, I think that will take time, and I think it's a learning process. We're also learning from that, and I think the main focus is try to understand and make customer a little more comfortable, because if somebody sitting in front of you, you can understand their body language, which we probably can't over the phone. And especially these Zoom meetings are great, but we can't do Zoom meetings all the time. The first thing they will do, they pick up the phone, they call you. So ye cheezein, I think we will learn over the time. We're doing great. I think we'll learn from each other. That's my goal and my team's goal, to make sure that the solution they're looking for, they're comfortable with us, and we try to understand what exactly their pain points, so we make them comfortable.
जी बिल्कुल, very well said. अब मुझे ये बताइए कि you're online and having an office somewhere, obviously your hours could be 8 to 10 hours a day. You're working maybe 6 days a week, whatever your office is, and your clients come to see you, and and then set up a meeting, and then you go over through details. Being online, obviously there's a benefit that you are at home. You are in your home office 24/7, but that means you should also be available anytime the clients wishes you to be available, whether it's a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Saturday evening, Saturday morning. Have you found any difficulty in adjusting timeline because of that?
Yes and no, because we have multiple offices. We have office here in California, we have office in Raleigh, North Carolina, we have office in Montreal. So we have different people, different staff, and if someone specifically asks for me or asks for another person in our office, yes, so हमें arrange करना पड़ता. We have to make an appointment. Other than that, if someone is just really asking simple questions and they want to know a simple answer, there is a staff available, and that is the beauty about this thing. I don't have to be physically everywhere to answer every question. I mean, I can be anywhere in the world. And that probably be my plan. Once this is over, I probably move to some other country and work from there. That's another good thing which we can look into. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's adjusting process is always there. Minal, question I have for you is that, obviously in the world of business, there is one thing which is very common. Let's meet over lunch, let's discuss it, and let's have the contract or agreement signed. Are you missing that part when you're online and dealing with your client?
Definitely, that's for sure. So it's, again, everything comes with a silver lining, right? So I used to look forward to interacting with my clients and just catching up over lunch or meeting up. We have given up on that part, but what we have gained is, like Rewa ji was mentioning, we have gained on time. Now I'm not traveling to different cities, not commuting even locally. So I have a team of 65 people, and I'm forever expanding, looking for new business partners in different cities. So for that, I had to travel a lot. Now I've cut back on that time, and I've also figured out that how I can train my entire team. Because like Nirmal was mentioning, that it took us some time, and he was very precise about, or I think it was Farooq Saab. He was very precise about the time when he caught up, right? So it was like not only me, 65 of us were like deer caught in the literally in the spotlight. We didn't know what to do, but we figured out, and now the training, everything is so smooth over the internet with the client, so that I miss the meeting in person part of it. But I don't think it is in any way, kind of hampering the whole process. We are doing fine. We have figured out a way to march ahead, march forward.
Okay.
It reminds me of that old song.
Once again, that's a part of adjusting into it, and then you are very optimistic about that, and you're very enthusiastic about that, also about the process. Now let's talk about you and your office. Let's say Nirmalji or Meenalji, you would have an office and you would have an assistant in it to answer the calls, to process the paperwork and everything. Being online and working from home, do you believe that it's also good because you're saving the money of having an employee in the office, and here you are flexible? And every single business owner, entrepreneur would like to be available almost 24/7 for their client, whether it's a Faruqi Bhai, whether it's a Rewa ji or Minal ji, Aap or Nirmal ji. But being online as much as possible, 90-95%, you think you're saving money in the operating costs and employees and everything?
Definitely, I think that really helps. And the beautiful thing about this is, we can pass those savings back to our customers. And once we start passing those savings back to our customers, then they are actually, we get more competitive. And this is going to be very competitive. And because when back in the day, when people really need all brick and mortar buildings and office staff and the furniture and everything else, that add up to your cost. And at the end of the day, we pass that cost to our customers. So this is going to be saving for us. It's not saving for us. This is saving for our customers as well.
What do you have to say, Minalji, about that?
So I would say that we have found new secretaries. Now I have Calendly to, to schedule my calendar. Instead of, I do have 2 offices, but now it's all Zoom. So we have found a substitute, if I can say so, yeah. And I always say that old song, "Ruk jana nahi kahin haar ke." So that's all it means for all our entrepreneurs here.
Very true. Very true.
We have to keep moving. We have to keep changing.
Very true. Rewaji, what's your thoughts on that?
Yes, I also agree with Minal ji and Nirmal ji and whatever Farooq has said. Yes, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं आप कि रुक जाना नहीं, कभी रुकना ही नहीं चाहिए. We should keep moving. And we have to satisfy our clients. Whatever they want, we are always with them. Whether they want with online or they want our personal attendance, we are always with them. ये बात सच है कि online में benefit बहुत है because we can manage it anywhere from the world. Anywhere from the world, and especially in my profession, this is a one-man show. I don't have to hire anybody the way Minal is doing or Nirmalji. So I have to manage everything, and I'm getting more time on online because if I'm traveling, people are calling me. My phone is on voicemail. Sometimes I lost them. Sometimes they lost me. So, but online, I'm available for 24/7. Whenever they call, I never say no to them because it's my duty to take care of them too.
Very good. Okay, now one more point I want to bring in as slowly by slowly we're approaching towards the end of the show. Faruqi bhai, the one thing about online business is competition. How are you handling that part when it comes to competition? Your competitors, और आपने पहले भी कहा था कि ये जो business है, online grocery store business, it has a very small margin in it, and then you also put in a lot of efforts into it, and the competition comes in place, and there are many online, grocery portals out there. So how are you handling the competition part?
Sanjeev bhai, the competition is good. And if you look back, 20 years back, Amazon started from garage, 25 years back, right? Yeah. And look at what it is today. So when it comes to pricing and when it comes to tackling the competition, I believe in one saying, कि हर आदमी अपनी किस्मत की खाता है. There are a lot of portals who have come up with online grocery delivery. Not all of them will be successful. The reason is, at the end of the day, what matters is what's your balance sheet. There are people who work for $100 a day and go home, and there are people like Jeff Bezos who is making $2,488 per second. So it all comes down to how you look at it. Our advantage, what we have is we are buying in wholesale, and we are trying to cut our cost wherever we can. The prices have gone up considerably for groceries, even from back home in India.
Very, very true. Yes.
Because of the supply has shrunk and the demand is higher. You know what I mean? But given the current scenario and the situation that we are all in, people are gonna look for service. Would you spend 2 hours? Would you spend $20 more? The choice is yours. Would you risk?
2 hours versus $20. Yes, conveniency. And then if you're sitting in home or wherever you are, and if it's $20 extra, somebody would say, let it be that way. I'm saving 2 hours. I'm getting more time to stay at home, to spend some time with the family and whatnot.
Right.
Now I want to go to Nirmal ji, and Nirmal ji, मुझे ये बताइए कि what kind of advice would you give to someone who is thinking about starting a business online? I mean, it could be any business, but what is the core advice that somebody should keep in mind when they are going online for business?
I think one
Yes,
thing is,
of course.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Rewa ji, आप कुछ कह रहे थे. Go ahead. Nirmal bhai, 1 minute.
Yes, no, you please go ahead. No problem.
अच्छा, चलो ठीक है. Nirmal bhai, come on.
okay. No, I think the easiest way, I mean, I get all these calls from a lot of calls from my friend, family and friends. Tell us kya kare, how do we do anything? What we want to do some business. I think just look for a problem in your life. See what exactly you need. What you think where you need help, and probably find a solution to that. And how did you find a solution? And see that a lot of people, when you find a solution, you think, okay, probably I found a solution. It's easy. It's not easy for everyone. You can be more creative than other people. And end of the day, if you can find the solution like what Meenal is doing or Rewa ji is doing, Faruqi bhai is doing. I mean, I know I want groceries to be delivered, but there's someone who has to deliver for me. So, look for those problems and see how can you really become a solution. Like, we're talking about saving $20 or 2 hours. I think there will be a point when Faruqi bhai will probably save them 2 hours and also $20. You'll save both. And in our world, we are probably trying to find them better, how much money we can save. The $20 they're spending over there, we can save them $200 a month on their mortgages or maybe more. So this is combined effort, this whole ecosystem of businesses, which kind of tied into what we do or what Meenal do or what she does, and Rewa, sab milke chalte hain. This is how it needs to be worked. And this you have to look at the bigger picture and see how you can probably you have a one niche and provide a very valuable and efficient solution for people.
All right. And then the advice would be the main advice to study their competitors or to be the best in giving out the product. What would be quick advice from you, Nirmalji, for the business?
First, you need to start out that what exactly you want to do and what are you good at it. And then when you set up your system and whatever you want to do. And then of course, competitiveness is there, how to reach people. That's very important. Like, your medium, Radio Zindagi, is a great platform to reach to people. Of course, things like this, other platforms where you can market and create that confidence in people who are looking for the services you're providing. So that is also very important.
Very good.
Even if you have the best product in the world and people do not have confidence in you probably can't sell.
Go ahead. Very well. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Meenal. You want to say something? Your closing comments about this advice?
I like the second one that you said, be best at what you do. It could be anything. I know, like Nirmalji said, find a gap and be best at it.
Okay, very well. Rewa ji, aap kuch kehna chahte the?
Yes, of course. I just want to say that online they differentiate themselves and they can grow fast. And the way Mr. Nirmalji was saying, yes, Radio Zindagi is the best platform. Yeah. And I'm with Radio Zindagi from last 12 years. And every time I get best from them.
थैंक यू दीदी. अच्छा, मुझे ये बताइए क्विकली रेवा जी, जैसे फारूकी भाई है ग्रोसरी बिजनेस में, he has to give discounts. मीनल जो है obviously works on percentages with their clients, and then निर्मल जी है obviously gives the best possible mortgage rate. आप मुझे ये बताओ कि when you have a client online, do they get discount versus you being there personally and your whatever your fee, consultancy fee attached, versus online for 1 hour consultation?
Yes, Sanjeev.
हाँ, go ahead, Rewa ji.
Yes, Sanjeev, बिल्कुल. Of course, they get discount from us. उनको मैं बहुत अच्छा discount देती हूँ, and it is nothing like this कि only the one time they are getting. I make them free. They can call me 2, 3, 4, 5 times till they want. So I never say no to them.
Very good. फारूक भाई, आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
मैंने कहा बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछा. मैंने भी अभी रेवा जी से बात करूंगा तो रेडियो जिंदगी का डिस्काउंट लूंगा.
बिल्कुल डिस्काउंट तो मिलेगा लेकिन डिस्काउंट के साथ जो सर्विस मिलेगी which will be unparalleled and very very valuable service that you will be getting. Listen, to all of you, Mohammed Faruqi Bhai, and then Dr. Rewa Kumar, and Minal Sinha, and then Nirmal Man, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your ideas. You all have been very successful in your own field, and just Minal ne kaha, Nirmal ji ne kaha tha ki you be the best in what you do. I think your advice and guidance perhaps will help many business owners listening to the show right now or watching us on a Facebook page, and perhaps who will watch it later on. So you have shared some good thoughts, and we wish you the best and build up online business and continue to be very, very strong online. कि हमें घर से बाहर निकलना ही नहीं पड़े, जो भी है जॉब के लिए जाना पड़े तो ठीक है, पर शॉपिंग वॉपिंग सब कुछ ऑनलाइन कर दो, have it delivered at a doorstep, make it possible, and give a good discount and good service. So with that note, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being part of Discussion Point Show today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev Bhai. Thank you, Minal. Thank you, Rewa ji. Thank you, Nirmal. It was a pleasure talking to you all.
Faruqi Bhai, keep that grocery items, all of them, very, very fresh.
Yes,
Minal, continue to do well in your online presentation with compound interest. It can even get boring in the person. You're doing it online, so all the best. Rewa ji, east, west, north, south, samjhane mein, online samjhane it can get tedious, so you be the best. And Nirmal Bhai, mortgage rates and everything. What's the down payment? What's the PMI? And ye kya hota, kya nahi hota? Ye bhi समझाने में. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, friends.
All right. Thank you so very much. Thank you. With that note, we come to an end of this Discussion Point Show right now on Radio Zindagi on this Saturday. Remember, it's every Saturday, 12 to 1, Discussion Point right here on your...
Do you wish for a happier family life? Are you struggling with your career or personal finances? Many of these problems can be solved by simply redefining the spaces where we live and work. The ancient Indian architectural science of Vastu Shastra has been used for centuries to help people come into harmony with their environment. Vastu Shastra can bring your mind, body, and soul into alignment with your home, giving you the power to create positive change in all aspects of your life. Introducing Rewa Kumar, PhD, the Bay Area's premier authority in Vastu Shastra. Rewa Kumar can help you create a positive environment in your home or office.
We already know taking care of mind and body is very important. Same way, giving attention to your living and workspace can create incredible change in your life.
To learn more information or to schedule a consultation, call or go online today.